doesn't. Yes, thank you. How has life been after graduating? Honestly, life has been okay. Life has been, oh, now I look like I'm so naked. Okay, much better. Life has been okay. Obviously, life always has challenges. You cannot run away from that. And sometimes we think that after graduating everything will fall into place. Some people are fortunate enough to have that, and sometimes you just need to settle. Sometimes you just need to have that bright business idea. Sometimes you just need to think outside of the box. I think sometimes we as 20-year-olds, especially if you are approaching 25 or you just after maybe 26 or 27, turning 27 like myself, getting old. Anyway, I think we put so much pressure on ourselves. We want things to go the way we want a house at a certain age, get married at a certain age, have a certain job at a certain age, graduate. Like we all have it planned out, I think in high school or before that. And then when you reach a certain age and you haven't achieved half of the things or any of it, I think we then tend to be depressed, and we forget about all the other blessings or all the other things that we've achieved. And it just sucks sometimes that obviously you can't just take it lying down, but sometimes we just need to be grateful for some of the things that have happened already, some that were not planned or anything. And yeah, that's me. And then there's another, I think the other thing I wanted to touch on was, guys, how do you think that growing up, like as you grow up or as you mature or as you, like I think I even read something about this, that sometimes we want to grow and align ourselves in a certain way or be aligned in a certain way where we don't realize that sometimes when you grow, sometimes you shred certain things, like maybe, I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes as you grow, you leave certain things behind. And I feel like for some of us, it's so hard to leave certain things or certain habits behind because it's what we know, it's what we've grown to know or love or whatever. But I think when you mature or grow up or whatever, I think it's so sad that sometimes we leave certain friendships behind, and as much as we try to work it out, it just doesn't, like it doesn't gel the same anymore. Like you guys are not in tune or in sync the same, which is perfectly fine. And I think as people, we should never be upset that people are no longer in our lives, just as much as they love us, but because it doesn't, you can't just force things now. Even it's the same as with relationships, where if it just doesn't gel, if it just doesn't feel right anymore, as much as you'd force it, it will never work. And sometimes to a point that how can I explain it? To a point that you hate each other. You end up hating each other. You end up hating each other. So I think that's that. And then the other thing which I was asked was, what do you do when you feel like you can't talk to God, if you believe in God, or you can't worship, or you can't, and I'm sorry, this wine is going in, I'm even overheating. And I feel like we all have those moments, and it's perfectly fine. Like it's perfectly for me, based on I'm just talking about me and nobody else. I'm talking about my experiences based on me. I'd say it's perfectly fine to be upset with God. perfectly fine. And the minute it's perfectly fine to question him as well for certain things, because there's certain things that happen you just can't help but question, like why, which is normal. But then you need to dust yourself off and get over it and move. And if for me, if like I can't talk to God or I can't pray, I normally listen to like worship music. I listen to praise and worship basically, and somehow you just come back and you just remember all the good things he's done for you, and all that, like you just remember everything and how good he's been to you. Because as much as we also like saying, but he doesn't do that, but you're breathing, you're healthy, you have 10 fingers, 10 toes, 2 arms, 2 legs, you have 2 eyes, you can speak, you can hear, like, you know, because there's people who are praying for that. There's people who are always praying for something you are taking for granted. And I feel like that is just, it happens. It's normal to take things for granted. But you must always remember, in the midst of it all, just see the light and just be grateful that you at least have somebody you can talk to, which is God. Somebody who will not share anything with anyone else. So if you can't pray, just listen to worship. And what is this? Praise and worship. And you'll get in line. Hopefully it works for you, whoever you are that sent the question. And then there's what's this? Who do you look up to in terms of fashion, and how do you always make sure you look good? Let's see. In terms of fashion, I don't even think this is a life update anymore. I think this is just a general conversation with you guys. I think I just derailed and just forgot about everything. Like I said, I didn't plan anything. I just wrote down the questions, and then I just, like I said to you guys earlier, I just want to speak to you guys and just have a sit down and drink some wine. I hope you're enjoying your wine as much as I'm enjoying mine. And in terms of fashion, I don't really have somebody I look up to. I don't. I just wear what I think I like, or maybe something that I see on these fashion blogs or like Instagram pages that have like fashion thingies. So I don't really have a person that I look up to. And one thing I've realized about me is that I don't really like having something that everybody else has. I know that's just me. Or something that's maybe in fashion for that time period or like season or whatever. Because I feel like if you're gonna wear or buy things that are in fashion at the time, then it means we're no orega all the time, because now it's gonna be in fashion today and it's gonna be out of fashion. So you always have to buy. So guys, I think that is it from me today, because my mem storage is not enough to record even more. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you give it a big thumbs up, and I hope to see you next time on yet another one. Tell me if you like this video, so maybe I can do more of them, and I'll see you next time on yet another video. I love you, and thank you so much for watching. It doesn't. Yes, thank you. Hit that notification bell so you always know every time I post. Bye.